Hello guys and welcome to this new video. My name is Kevin, your financial analyst. Today we'll talk about the Bitcoin, the why the Bitcoin is falling, the main reason why the Bitcoin is falling. And also guys, if you like this kind of videos when we talk about chart analysis, predictions in the market, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. It actually really helps the channel and also to reach other people who might be interested in investing. So, like I was saying, today we'll talk about the Bitcoin. We have a lot of things to say about the Bitcoin because Bitcoin is actually very disappointing right now. The expectations are not good, and people are losing a lot of money. People are actually blinging their pocket. They are not holding anymore. They are starting to turn probably to sales and maybe investing on other stocks. Now, we're going to talk about the main reason Bitcoin is falling. And for me, the main reason number one is this: the pure risk of mode in the market. Let me explain. When we look at this first on the Bitcoin on the weekly time frame, we can clearly see a beautiful uptrend, right? High highs, high lows, high highs, high lows, high highs, high lows, high highs. So we actually expected a high lows here before continuation. Now, this consolidation here create a massive impact because people actually jump in because price got rejected here the same way it got rejected here probably on these days of June 2023 because the price actually got rejected here. So this was actually a big sign that price will continue to grow because this small consolidation here always put in advantage people who are actually on the trend. Like if it's the uptrend, the consolidation mean future explosion. Like for example here, consolidation explosion, consolidation explosion. So historical data didn't help us here. Now, what I'm talking about, the pure risk of mode market is this. Last week was a classic one because Nasdaq, if you go Nasdaq, on the daily time frame for Nasdaq fell sharply 3 days in a row. This was actually because of the Amazon and Alphabet expenditure plan on capex, and it created a big fear in investors' mind because they were thinking like maybe AI is actually very risky. But remember, Bitcoin behave like a high beta tech stocks. So when Nasdaq blades like this, Bitcoin will just follow. Same scenario. So this reason is actually the reason that I'm talking about because Bitcoin, like I said, is also moving based on expectation. Expectation was really bad last week and it created this big sharp in going down because people are not actually expecting to wait longer, especially for big companies, wait longer to hold on Nvidia or Amazon or Google before having some kind of revenue on their investings. And Bitcoin is actually the one also paying the price. The reason number two is this: the stronger US dollar. Because recently the dollar index started growing. It started growing when you look at the daily time frame. We find out the dollar index has gained a big momentum here, going further higher. But the question is this, based on this one: why, if it's one of the catalysts, why it didn't flinch when it was here? It actually does flinch because, like I said, this consolidation here was just a sign that we might be on the good position to just continue to buy higher, but it didn't go the way we wanted because look at this here. Look at this level here. Classic buying session. Price dancing inside a range. Breaking with candle close. Big volume. Confirmation with this candle. Expectation to go higher. But what happened? It went down. Big trap, you might say. But because the Bitcoin is traded in dollars, if the DX is also stronger, the one who will also pay the price is the Bitcoin. This is the reason number 2. Now let's move to the reason number 3. And this reason is actually one of my favorites. Liquidation cascade. What fear can actually create in the market is scary because this. When we look at the Bitcoin, just based on price movement, we can define a very big liquidity pool here. The first one, liquidity pool. The second one, big liquidity pool. And the third one is the most fruitless one, big liquidity pool. So why and where investors are actually waiting for the price to start rebounding? The price actually broke this level here. Like I said, it wasn't a level that we expected to be broken, but it's already broken. So where is the next target? This level right here is actually very important because it lies on top of it a big liquidity pool. Price already react. After collecting this liquidity pool, big push rejected by the 200 moving average. Right now, we might think, okay, it's actually a good moment to start jumping in, but you have to be cautious. What I want to see is this, a big volume in the market, not just price movement, because volume is the one that creates a big expectation. Expectation will drive the market. If we have this kind of reaction here, continue to go down, we might continue to say that, okay, we got trapped again. But this is not what we want to see. We want to see a certain kind of level broken. This level has to be broken, invalidating the head and shoulder that we can actually see here. Invalidating these head and shoulders. Price breaking above this level, invalidating this, means that the another dip that will be created here will just call investor to jump in and continue to go higher. Now, the liquidation cascade is this. People who were here holding saw the price coming to dance around their stop loss. Now, they decided to sell. Since the price will continue to go down with big volume, those who hold decided to sell. Those who sell adjusted their position, increased their position, and those who were buying reversed, started selling. That's how they bleed that much in just 1 month, the price breaking down like this. So this level is actually crucial because it hit this level, collection of liquidity, starting to go higher. So we expect the price to reach this kind of level before starting to have some kind of consolidation again. This is based on me. The fourth reason is this. No fresh positive catalyst in the market. There's no big ETF inflow wave, so no new country adopting Bitcoin, no halving hype, and the next one is years away. So when momentum stalls and macro turn risk off, Bitcoin has nothing to hold up. So it's actually very difficult. As a beta stocks, it actually follow the expectation the most. Now, the last thing I want to talk about is the gold and silver that also weaken it. Remember, recently, we find out gold and silver got sold. But we might ask, because gold and silver are safe haven, why it didn't make? Because when you see at gold right now, gold actually got reversed, because when we see here, it hit this level, the 200, the 50, 20 moving average, and directly got rejected. This is what just solding something. The price got weaker. It invites many investors because they like this kind of scenario, buying the dip. They like when the price is slow like this and they start to jump in. They like when the price is slow, it means that they can buy more. They start jumping and you can see this big candle here, big rejection. But we also see silver doing the same thing. Big rejection on the 20 moving average. But what we want to say is this: Bitcoin often moves with alternative store of value assets. Gold and silver had a brutal rout last week. So before rebounding a bit, which removes some of the safe haven alternative narrative support. So I was actually expecting the Bitcoin to also follow the silver and the gold, but it didn't. Now, if you want to buy, where do you enter? This is very crucial. Where do we enter? Like I was saying, I think I already mentioned it. We have a certain level here. We respected a rejection of a 200 moving average, which is very important, but we have this big consolidation here. Price is already inside. And when it came inside, it got a big rejection. Let's look on the daily time frame. Exactly what I emphasize. A big rejection with what? A big volume. This means something. It means the price will start dancing here, trying to create some kind of another consolidation before rejection. But the level I want to talk about is not this level, it's breaking above this level. Breaking above this level with a big volume will just tell me one thing: investors are stepping in. Buyers and sellers agree to buy. So when we look at the weekly time frame, I'm talking about this level right here. Breaking above this level with candle close will give me all the green light possible. If candle close, not a wick, will give me all the green light possible to just jump in. Remember, even though we are still struggling, this is normal. We don't trade based on fear, emotion. No, we trade based on expectation, patience, observation, and also information. So if you like this kind of videos, guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any advice, any point, or any take on Bitcoin, let me know in the comments. I will be glad to see them all. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.